Leader, I want to raise two things this morning, two very important issues. Tomorrow, the 1st of July, when Irish hospitals traditionally change their doctors, it happens because hospitals are massive training locations. So you do a year as an intern, and when that year is done, you move to the next level of training and so on. Tomorrow, for the first time in the history of Irish medicine, the Irish hospital system finds itself short of first-year registrars. These are effectively the hospital consultants of the future. Why? I'm told it's due to COVID. COVID stopped the travel, and so they're only moving out now, and no doctors want to work in the Irish system. The cost versus the return is too high. Do you think the Minister is aware of this and its far-reaching social and economic consequences? The second issue I want to raise is our national planning framework that was published in 2018, prior to the most recent census and the Ukrainian war. The figures arising out of both of these warrant a re-examination of the framework as a matter of urgency. To take just one county, our county, as an example, Meath's development plan was based on a predicted population in 2026 of 216,221. rising in 2030 to 223,531. However, preliminary census figures show that the population on the 3rd of April was recorded 220,295, an increase of 12% since 2016. Meath's population growth is far outstripping what was anticipated in the National Planning Framework and its development plan, and it's not alone in that amongst other countries in our counties in Ireland. Least of all our neighbouring county Dublin, which is already the epicentre of a housing crisis. Taking all of this into account, and in light of the Minister's recent clarification that the Government is not going to acknowledge any logistical limiting factors when it comes to the taking in of refugees, the Minister must come into this House and explain to the people of Ireland how it's all going to work. The Minister should immediately suspend the National Planning Framework and call upon the joint Oireachtas Committee of Housing to review it in light of last week's figures. The current development plans for Meath and many other counties are now dead in the water based on the CSO figures, and a failure to appreciate and now act upon will lead to a much more drawn-out difficulties and hardship down the line in the future. Thank you, Leader.
Senator Keogan highlighted another serious anomaly with regard to the CSO figures, and again I concur with you. The National Planning Framework, and I know it's not unique to Dublin or to Meath because I'm sure it's infringed in every other county council area in the country with regard to developments and planning for our towns and our villages that we want to do in a sustainable and supported way. If we don't even know who we're supposed to be developing our towns and villages for and the correct populations, well then we're hampering and we're starting off on the back foot immediately. So I think you're right, the National Planning Framework does need to be re-evaluated, particularly for all of those councils that are still mid-national development plans and local development area plans. So I would certainly support that call today.